And Adam Barros pushing the limits on the mini mega ramp. It is the Maloof Money Cup, the second stop of 2010. And tonight we will crown a Vert champion, $75,000 at stake. And our current standings after the second heat of 3. On top, Bob Burnquist, 92.75. No surprise there. He's been running a clinic, but look at Pierre-Luc Gagnon in second. And PLG has been gunning to reclaim his title, which he won back in 2008. He has been an integral part of the Maloof Money Cup. And as you hear, very dedicated to pushing the limits of Vert.
My name's PLG. I'm originally from Montreal, Canada. I'm 30 years old and I'm a Vert skater. I started skating in the late 80s, early 90s. That's right around the time where Danny Way and Colin McKay started getting really popular. So they really inspired me, bringing the street skating up to the Vert ramps. 2008 was really a dream come true because it was the first Maloof Money Cup ever, and I got to be part of the ramp design. And then I ended up winning after the whole weekend. And I don't know, I was just so psyched to be the first Vert Maloof Money Cup winner. You know, once you start doing good, then your sponsors want you to do good, and they kind of expect you to do good. And that definitely adds pressure, but I'm just trying to enjoy it, have a good time. And, you know, I don't feel like I really have anything to prove. You know, I've done it before, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna go out there, have fun, skate, and you know, usually if I skate well, I get great results. So that's what I'm gonna go out there and try to do.
So a great look at Pierre-Luc Gagnon, and we should mention, just fresh off a win at the X Games, won a gold there. And when you look up to guys like Danny Way and Colin McKay, it's a good thing. And he mentioned Colin McKay. I have to give Colin props here. Got second in Vert Best Trick at this year's X Games. Hey, Jen, it's great to see these guys continue to push the envelope, but it's going to be hard when you have the young, hungry Elliott Sloan who likes
and Adam Taylor. PLG is going to be that mentor for Elliott, for Adam Taylor, for Pedro Barros, and now those guys are going to grow up seeing PLG win the X Games and put out these insane video parts, and so he's going to be the mentor.
Sloan just has some jitters. They're still trying to get it together. Those are the eyes for 900.
I know.
Yeah. Focused. Third heat of 3 in the mini mega ramp, and following this we'll move over to the Vert ramp, take the best scoring run out of this. It's 2 days of competition.
Pedro with a perfect 720. I thought that was a fail because his back foot was inches off the board. I thought he was just throwing it away. It rolled away perfect.
I think it's a Brazilian thing. You can either squat it out, like Sandro. You can literally, you know, ride by a hangnail, which Bob Burnquist does. They're capable of
Or it's something about being 15 years old and not afraid to take a slam. Gosh, it looked like he was going to stay on that one.
About 45 degrees more, and Sandro Diaz is going to stick that 900.
That's right. You don't come a lot closer and not nail it.
Like I said, he took a huge slam a couple weeks ago on that trick in Europe, so that might be in the back of his head right now. Wow, that was a kickflip Indy 540 by Rob Lorfus. I saw him trying this trick at home a few days ago. He's never done it, but this mini mega contest might be the chance for him to break it out.
And I hate to say it, you know, it's going to take the veterans to falter for these younger skaters to do well here, because you have Bob Burnquist on top right now and Pierre-Luc Gagnon. They would have to really falter in the Vert side of competition.
Yeah.
And I don't anticipate that happening.
This is going to be a knockdown drag out between PLG and Bob. PLG came into today with the highest score, but he just looked up on the screen and saw Bob has a higher score right now on the mini mega. So it's going to be a heavyweight battle.
Yeah, we mentioned X Games. We have to mention a good X Games for Andy McDonald. He got second place in Vert, but more importantly, skateboard park second place. So
yeah, he did great. He
so consistent.
You know, he was the only guy that had full pads on out there, but he was also the only guy that did a few transfers that no one else was even looking at.
He gets a little grief for that, but you know what? When you pull runs off like that, more power to you.
Hey, you know what? The guy's married, has kids at home. If he wants to wear a helmet, more power to him.
Bob Burnquist sliding out of that on his first of 3 attempts in the third and final heat in mini mega ramp.
No.
Remember, it's combined scores from 2 days of competition. Twice, 2 scores from the Mini Mega and 2 scores from the Vert Ramp, and a good view there of the gap.
PLG still going for that switch heel flip, and I think PLG is sweating now that he sees Bob has a higher score after those first couple heats.
We mentioned earlier how the format's really allowing these guys to open up and get creative and really drop the hammer the first time out there, which is really creating a lot of fun between the skaters.
I mean, Elliot made his first run out. He did a solid 360 and a huge 540 on the quarter pipe, and so he's just tried to learn this kickflip 360 ever since. He's never even done that trick, so guys are just out there trying stuff that they've never done before.
Feeding off each other as well, I think.
Barros keeping it clean, coming in. Opposite on.
That was a stalefish 720.
Unbelievable.
And Pedro has never done that. When he landed backwards, I was thinking to myself, what's he going to try? He's already made the 7.
Obviously in a little bit of a comfort zone. So, well, we see the 9, and I'm surprised that he's not using that higher extension. Maybe getting a little more speed.
Yeah, but he's got the best pump in the business. Watch how solid he lands this over the gap. He doesn't need an extension. He lands right there, compressed, perfect pump. The board just gets away from him.
And when he does get those bumps, he's not more of a pit bull, he's a Rottweiler of rotation.
Yeah, Sandro and Lincoln Ueda. I don't know if it's a Brazilian thing, but those guys can go higher than anyone.
It's all the acai and the caramels and the samba.
Kickflip Indy 540 for Rob Orff is trying to, that's what, contest pressure's all about. If you're going to learn a new trick, you might as well learn it while the pressure's on.
And Adam Taylor, 20 years old, originally out of Cocoa Beach, Florida, made the move to California. And wow, his skating has improved steadfastly.
There it is. He has proved he belongs up there with the veterans. When you saw those scores, he's in 4th right now, ahead of Bucky, ahead of some of the big dogs, and he's really proved that he belongs up there with these guys.
It's great to see these guys, creating as well right now. They're really just kind of stepping outside their comfort zone and trying some new things.
Right. Even with Andy, I mean, Andy's one that's always been known to kind of, I don't want to say take it easy, but he does what he knows he can do. And right there, he's trying a varial 720.
It's a little misinterpreted because he's been able to do things for a long time.
Yeah.
So much like Bob, I mean, I just literally, I think that anything is possible with Bob Brinquist.
That is the 2nd time that Bob has landed that Indy 720 and just washed out in the flat.
And Bob Brinquist, actually a licensed pilot, massive fan of skydiving. Skydives, base jumps, willing to do anything.
Hopefully he doesn't jump out of his own plane.
That would not be advised.
PLG, you can tell he's frustrated, unbuckling his helmet.
PLG still, though, in striking distance because following this 3rd heat, we'll move to the Vert Ramp, and he'll take all the scores from the previous rounds of competition and add that with the final Vert competition. And PLG right now, currently in the top 3, so just a really great battle here at the Carl's Jr. Pro Vert Championships, and looking at replays of these first hits of heat number 3.
There's Pedro Barros making his first 720 on the Mini Mega, getting congratulated by Elliot Sloan. Great to see the camaraderie out here. Adam Taylor getting the varial on the frontside lean 360, straight into the varial 540.
So things just getting started here with the Mini Mega Ramp. We'll come back with scores as we get closer from handing out $75,000 here at the Carl's Jr. Pro Vert Championships. It is the Maloof Money Cup. More great skating to come.